Presidential-elect Joe Biden makes a big promise to the American people. His runoff speech yesterday, Joe Biden told the residents of Georgia if they elect the two Democrat senators that he will promise $2,000 checks to the American people. To me, this is a little off because during the time when $2,000 stimulus checks was a hot topic, Joe Biden remained quiet during the whole process. He was quiet when Donald Trump said that he wanted $2,000 stimulus checks sent to the American people. He was quiet when Nancy Pelosi had it passed through the House to give it to McConnell to bring forth to the Senate. This sounds like campaign Joe Biden. It's also particularly odd. If you follow Joe Biden during this whole pandemic situation, he's been the advocate for $1,200 stimulus checks for adults and $500 checks for any dependents. So now that it's a few weeks after everybody has been going back and forth, and Joe Biden hasn't given his input, his team hasn't said anything. He hasn't made any public statements about $2,000 checks. He's only commented on $1,200 checks for adults, $500 stimulus checks for dependents. He was quiet for too long. From what I gathered is that he wasn't a supporter of the $2,000 checks. It was surprising that he said this during his speech for the runoff Senate seats in Georgia. Biden didn't even give the $2,000 stimulus check any type of energy until yesterday. It's just very odd timing, and it seems very campaignish. Like he's still running the campaign, but he already won the election, so there was no need for him to make that promise. I think that's pretty much self-evident. The Democrats wins the Senate by winning these two seats. They will vote for a $2,000 check. So that is not surprising. I find it odd that now Joe Biden is a supporter of the $2,000 checks. One thing that he has stated since he won the election, that he wants to get money to the American people, get $1,200 for adults and $500 for dependents. But now this support for this $2,000 stimulus check took a lot of people by surprise. It was a very smart political move on his part, so I give him that. However, he didn't go into great detail on how exactly he would like for the stimulus checks to be sent out and when it's going to be sent out. I don't know if it's another bill that has an additional $2,000 to add on to the $600 that was already paid out to the American people. We have to wait until a new bill is written and sent to the House, which we won't see until after January 20th. More than likely, Americans won't see another stimulus check until sometime in March. President-elect Joe Biden made other promises, which we won't get a clear view of until those bills are presented. So I'm kind of interested to see what exactly he plans on doing. Two worthy mentions that he did say that he wanted to increase the Pell Grant, and he also wanted to increase funding for schools. Don't get too excited though, because we've been hearing these politicians talking about their support of giving the people $2,000 stimulus checks, and we're still waiting. So I would take it with a grain of salt at this point. Also, in order for Joe Biden to successfully do that with ease, he needs these two Democrat senators to win. He did say that in his speech in Georgia, that if Georgia elects these two senators, that will happen.
Because their election will put an end to the block in Washington on that $2,000 stimulus check. That money that will go out the door immediately, tell people who are in real trouble.
We'll see though. Hopefully we'll find out the results tonight. More than likely, this will probably be a longer because of the buffoonery that went on with the presidential election with voter fraud. They're probably going to take extra precaution to make sure that nobody can sue them or say that that they ran a fraudulent election for these Senate seats. So hopefully we can find out either today or tomorrow who won. If those two Democrats do not get into office, you can kiss that $2,000 stimulus check goodbye. I hope Georgia comes out and vote in record numbers so their voices can be heard. Good luck to the senators. All right, you guys, thank you for watching my first video on stimulus checks and breaking news. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Ciao.